Well, Honorable Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation of Nepal, who has just now departed, Mr. Sudan Kirati ji, Foreign Secretary of Nepal, Mr. Bharatraj Paudyal ji, President, Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Srimati Srijana Rana, officials from Nepal Tourist Board, distinguished experts who have contributed to the book that was just launched, ladies, gentlemen, friends of India and Nepal, thank you for inviting me this evening and allowing me to join you for this event, which is aimed at promoting tourism between India and Nepal. As we just now saw, it is also a special occasion because the labor of love between NICCI and the NTB, we formally launched the coffee table book on the religious circuits between our two countries, which cover 5 different circuits related to Ramayana, Mahabharata, Shiva Shakti, Buddhism, the life of Guru Nanak. These circuits reflect our shared cultural and religious heritage and will serve as an essential guide for tourists and for pilgrims alike. As I mentioned, this book is a joint effort. It is an important contribution, a contribution made by a collaborative effort between Indian and Nepalese experts, which I am hopeful will not only contribute to tourism, but will also help promote people-to-people linkages between our two countries. And moreover, I hope it will lead to greater tourist flows from third countries visiting Nepal as also India. The Government of India has always been very supportive of promoting tourism between our two countries and taking initiatives for that purpose. The open border that India and Nepal have, with no requirements of visa, is a great facilitator for promoting people-to-people exchanges. In the last few years, Government of India has taken several other initiatives to promote connectivity and make it easier for the people of two countries to travel to each other's land. They've also made initiatives to allow people to transact with each other much more easily. Acceptance of RuPay card since last year in Nepal is one such initiative. And today we are working with the Nepal Rashtra Bank to see if we can look at collaborating on the UPI payments in Nepal. I certainly hope this will lead to greater exchange of tourist traffic between two peoples. Last year, you also saw former Prime Minister Deoba visit India, and he, along with Prime Minister Modi, launched the Jainagar-Kurtha leg of the railways, a railway which is quite popular both in India and in Nepal, and connects the land and the city of Janakpur, which is where many of the Indian pilgrims come regularly. When Prime Minister Modi had visited Nepal in 2018, he had also announced a Ramayana circuit, which would help people not just from India, but around the world to come to Nepal and share and enjoy and experience the shared cultural and civilizational heritage. I am certainly hopeful that the government of Nepal will soon send to us a Ramayana circuit proposal to be done by the government of India. Ms. Rana mentioned earlier in the evening about the Ramayana Yatra trains and the Bharat Gaurav tourist train which started last year, and they connect well-known tourist sites such as Janakpur Dham in Nepal with Varanasi and Ayodhya in India. Last year the train had brought in 500 Indian tourists. We hope it will bring in many more Indian tourists this year. We are also hopeful that, spurred by this book, there will be other initiatives taken to develop these circuits, whether it is Buddhism circuit or Sikhism circuit in Nepal. As the speaker just now mentioned, if the Gurdwara is established in Nepal, it will help attract a large number of Sikh tourists, not just from India, but across the world over. So we would certainly look forward to Government of Nepal facilitating the reconstruction and rehabilitation of a Gurudwara in Nepal. I'd also like to touch upon briefly on the bilateral cooperation which we are undertaking for reconstruction of heritage sites. For instance, in 2021, Government of India has signed 3 agreements with Government of Nepal for conservation and retrofitting of Seto Machindranath Temple in Kathmandu, construction of a Dharamshala in Buddha Nilkantha, and conservation and development of Kumari Chen and Kumari Nivas. These projects are part of the US $50 million reconstruction assistance that Government of India is providing to Government of Nepal. As the Minister just now said, India remains one of the main source of tourism for Nepal. And for us, it is a matter of pride that India does occupy #1 position in the total tourist traffic which comes to Nepal. Last year, in 2022, Indian tourists accounted for about 34% of the total tourist arrivals in Nepal. And I am confident that as we go into a post-COVID-19 phase, there will be an increasing number of Indian tourists coming to Nepal, spurred by various initiatives that have been taken, including the launch of this book today. Before I close, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers, the Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Srijana Rana. Without her constant prodding and pushing, we wouldn't have moved. Governments anyway take very much time to move at all, if they move. The Nepal Tourism Board, all the other stakeholders involved in this project, the experts who contributed their time, their effort, and their knowledge to be shared with all of us. Your hard work and it's your dedication which has made this event possible. And it is an example of the spirit of cooperation and friendship that exists between our two peoples and two nations. The Embassy of India will continue to support all such initiatives in the future too. Dhanyavad. Thank you.